Hi and hello to everyone. In this video, we are going to see about the Zener diode. We'll be seeing about its characteristics, its application, the types of breakdown that is happening in the Zener diode, and we'll be working out few problems. Welcome to the lecture. Zener diode is an application-specific diode, right? We know a ordinary p-n junction diode is used as a switch. Likewise, this Zener diode will be using this can be also used as a switch, but primarily it is used for some application specific. The application I'm speaking about is it is used primarily as a voltage regulating application. What is a voltage regulating application? Voltage regulator is nothing but we will be keeping the output voltage constant. It is very important, right? To operate any electronic device, we need a constant voltage source. This constant voltage source can be obtained using or can be regulated using a simple Zener diode or Zener diode. What are the reasons for the change in output voltage? One may be due to the change in line voltage, right? If you look here, is a typical circuit. This is your input voltage. This is a source resistance. Here I am putting the Zener diode. Okay, this IN4740 is a Zener diode which is capable of regulating a voltage of 10 volt, right? So this is your line voltage. So if this line voltage is changing, what happens? Assume its line voltage is 16 volt or 20 volt DC or 30 volt DC. Whenever it is changing, still I need to have a 10 volt here. So what I can do, I can put a Zener diode in parallel with this. Okay, that is a change in line voltage. As well as what about this point? This is where I am going to connect my load, right? This is a point I am going to connect my load resistance, or I simply can say RL. Okay, when the RL is changing, definitely the voltage would be changing. Okay, so if I put a Zener diode, whenever even though the RL is changing, the voltage will be always kept at constant of 10 volt. Okay, this application is called as voltage regulating application. Voltage regulating application nothing but to keep the voltage level constant for the change in line voltage and the load resistance. Right. So this is the symbol of your Zener diode. You can see for an ordinary p-n junction diode, we will be using this symbol. Okay. So this is your anode. This is your cathode. Right. But if you look here, we have a small tilt here, right? This is the symbol for Zener diode. Okay, laser symbol, right? Zener diode, and this is the appearance. Practically, you can see if you can see a silver mark, and it will be in red in color. In your laboratory, you'll be seeing those things. So this is your anode. This is your cathode terminal. In the cathode terminal, we have a silver lining that indicates that is the cathode. And the very important thing is in Zener diode, we are going to operate in reverse breakdown region. What is reverse breakdown region? That's why I have marked the current flow IZ in the opposite direction. In your conventional p-n junction diode, that's your ordinary p-n junction diode, currents flows from anode to cathode. But in your Zener diode, while using as a voltage regulator, current flows from cathode to anode. Okay, that is this direction. The current is given as IZ. So this is your characteristic, right? This characteristic is very similar to your p-n junction diode. You can see when it is forward biased, it is conducting. When it is reverse biased, it is not conducting. Up to this point, I can say. Up to this point, like I can say, I can mark it here, demark it here, right? Okay. See, this is very similar to p-n junction diode. Okay, but look at this region. This region is called breakdown region. Breakdown region. What is special in the breakdown region? If you take an ordinary p-n junction diode in breakdown region, it gets permanently damaged. But if you look at this Zener diode, it can withstand the breakdown region, right? If you observe closely the characteristic, this axis is your voltage, x-axis is your voltage, y-axis is your current, right? So what happens if you look at this region, which I circled using red color, you can see the characteristic. VZ is your breakdown voltage. For VZ is constant, current is keep on increasing. Current can keep on increasing. Okay, so what is the characteristic? That is the characteristics of a constant voltage source. I have explained here, the voltage source will have a constant voltage, but current can change. Similarly, if you look here, a voltage is constant but current can keep on changing. So if we can operate the Zener diode in this region, that is the breakdown region or reverse breakdown region, I can say it can function as a voltage regulator. Okay, right. The other thing you have to be very clear is it is limited. I cannot keep on increasing the current, right? So maximum current that can flow through the Zener diode is indicated by IZ max. So the Zener diode can operate between this point, that is your minimum Zener current and the maximum Zener current. But you have to be very sure that Zener diode will has a voltage of VZ. That is, you are operating in the reverse breakdown region. And you look at the construction, Zener diode is heavily doped, right? Since it is heavily doped, it has a very thin depletion region. Since it has a very thin depletion region, it reduces the breakdown voltage, right? The diode gets easily breakdown. Because you are going to operate in breakdown region, then only it can act as a voltage regulator. Remember, ordinary diode, that's a PN junction diode, will get permanently damaged once you use in breakdown region. But Zener diode is specifically designed to operate in the breakdown region. It can withstand the breakdown voltage. Okay, they say that two types of breakdown occur in the Zener diode. One they say is an avalanche breakdown, another is Zener breakdown. We will be comparing those breakdown in the coming slides. And these breakdown characteristics depend on the doping process. In the market commercially, I can, by using a Zener diode, I can regulate a voltage of 1.8 volt to 200 volt. Okay, if you need a constant voltage of 200 volt, you can purchase a specific Zener diode. Okay, because in the previous slide we can see that IN4740 is capable of regulating of 10 volt. There may be some other Zener diode which is capable of regulating 1.8 volt up to the maximum of 200 volt is available in the market, right? And this is very important, right? When the Zener diode is properly, it is acting in the reverse breakdown region. When it is in the reverse breakdown region, we can say it is in the on state. When it is in the on state, we know it is going to act as a voltage source. So we can replace the Zener diode with a battery symbol, that is your VZ. But it is in off state. When it is in off state, if you look at the characteristic, see, in this region it is in on state, right? So I can replace the Zener diode with VZ. But in this region, no current is flowing at all. Though it is reverse bias, no current is flowing at all. So I can say in this region it is in off state. So in off state, no current is flowing, so I make it as a open circuit. So when the voltage is less than VZ, then I can say it is in the off state. When it is greater than VZ, I can replace the Zener diode with VZ. That's a battery symbol. I can say it is in the on state. And these are the breakdowns. Okay, Zener breakdown and avalanche breakdown. Zener breakdown happens due to the application of electric field. Okay, you have give a high electric field, Zener breakdown is going to happen. That they say in another way, like electrons go from the valence band of p-type material to the conduction band of n-type material. I have explained those things in the previous lecture. Okay, like some basics of semiconductors. And avalanche breakdown, we will say like what is avalanche effect? We know, say a single electron will hit another electron, and those two electrons will hit another two. Now 4 electrons, so there are 4 electrons will hit another 4 electrons, so it becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 will hit another 16, so become 32. This keeps on increasing, right? That effect is called avalanche effect, right? So these electrons will get accelerated with which gain their velocity due to collision with other atoms. That happens due to the avalanche breakdown. And a Zener diode which is capable of regulating 5 to 8 volt, I can say the reason is due to Zener breakdown. For greater than 8 volt, I can say it is due to avalanche breakdown. Another important thing is when the temperature is increasing, breakdown voltage gets reduced in Zener breakdown. But here in avalanche breakdown, when temperature is increased, breakdown voltage also gets increased. That's your avalanche breakdown. And it has a sharp curve, right? This curve is sharp, characteristic curve, and this curve is not sharp. And this happens in highly doped, this occurs during lightly doped. They say the curve is, this is the meaning of the curve. This curve is sharp means I can say that is due to Zener breakdown. The curve is not sharp, it is somewhat slow, it is having some slope means I can attribute the reason to avalanche breakdown. Okay, now we'll see the application, how it is used as a voltage regulator. So this is a simple circuit, right? This is a source voltage, this is your resistance, this is your Zener diode I can placed in parallel or shunt with the load. Okay, we have to ensure two things. first thing is we have to ensure whether it is operating in the breakdown region. Breakdown region means that it should be in on state. Okay, how to check it? This is done by removing the Zener diode. I will remove the Zener diode and I will find the voltage across this point. Okay, across the terminal in the circuit. If this voltage is greater than VZ, I can conclude it is in the on state, right? You know, from circuit analysis, voltage divider rule. To find out V, what I have to do? Total voltage is your VI into corresponding resistance. The voltage is across RL, the corresponding resistance RL divided by R plus RL. Okay, if this voltage is greater than the VZ, I can say it is operating in the reverse breakdown region or my Zener diode is on. Okay, that is supply voltage or input voltage should be sufficient that it should operate the Zener diode in the reverse breakdown region. This you have to check. Second thing, the current flowing through the Zener diode should be less than the IZ maximum. Okay, because I have said in the VI characteristic, it should be the current should be less than the maximum current. Okay, so look at the circuit. I can say this is a node. Okay, this is a node, right? Node is nothing but a connecting point. This is a node. So I can apply Kirchhoff current law. So incoming current is, what is Kirchhoff current law states? Incoming current is equal to sum of two outgoing current. So IS is equal to IZ plus IL. Okay, right. So what I can do here is I am assuming that VI is constant. When VI is constant, I am also assuming load is varying, right? So, but what is our objective? As a voltage regulator, we need to have VZ constant, right? So when VZ is constant, that means when VZ is constant, VZ and VL are equal. So RL equal to VZ equal to VL equal to RL into IL. Okay. So important thing is how it is working as a voltage regulator. Assume I have said that the load is varying. Okay, so when the since VZ is constant, why VZ is constant? I am assuming it is working as a voltage regulator. In voltage regulator, VZ is always constant. Okay, so when VZ is constant, I said load is varying. So when RL is minimum, when this RL is minimum, I need this should be constant, right? It should be constant. When this is minimum, this should be maximum. Similarly, when the load is maximum, current should be minimum. Then only the product of these two will be always a constant. Okay. Right. Now you observe the Kirchhoff current law. I said that VI is constant. Okay. When VI is constant, I have assumed also Zener diode is operating in on state. So VZ is constant. Thereby, this IS is also constant. So when IS is constant, when load current is maximum, Zener current should be minimum. Okay. So if you observe the current flowing through this branch is maximum, means the current flowing through this branch, that is a Zener diode, should be minimum. Similarly, the current flows through the load should be minimum, means the current flowing through the Zener diode should be maximum. Okay. Right. These things should be ensured. First thing, you have to ensure that your Zener diode is operating in the on state. Second thing, you have to ensure that the current flowing through the Zener diode should be less than the maximum current. Okay. Now we will be working out the problems. First problem. For the given circuit, check whether it is operating as a voltage regulator. Also find these terms. Okay, VR, VL, VZ, IZ, IL, and IR. Okay, so this is the circuit. They have given the source voltage of 16 volt, and this resistance is 1 kilo ohm, and the power maximum is 30 milliwatt. Okay, first, what is the first step we have to do? We have to check whether it is operating whether the Zener diode is in the on state. Okay, so I am going to remove the Zener diode. I'm going to remove the Zener diode and I will find the voltage across it. Okay, that means I'm going to apply the voltage divider rule. So we know V equal to VI, total voltage, into corresponding resistance is RL divided by total resistance R plus RL. So 16 into 1 kilo ohm divided by 1 kilo ohm plus 1 kilo ohm. I get the V as 8 volt. Okay, this 8 volt is less than the breakdown voltage, that is your 10 volt. A Zener diode this Zener diode needs how much voltage? 10 volt, but we are getting a voltage of only 8 volt. So the Zener diode is in off state. So this given circuit do not work. We have obtained the voltage of voltage across the Zener diode as 8 volt. Okay, so we have seen that initially the VZ, the Zener breakdown voltage is of 10 volt, but the voltage available without the Zener diode is only 8 volt. So that is your V is less than your Zener breakdown voltage VZ. So definitely the Zener diode is off. So the circuit do not work as a voltage regulator. That means when it is in off state, what I can do is I can replace the Zener diode with a open circuit. Now I will find the other part B of the question. For A of the question is it is not working as a voltage regulator. B, I will find the other things just by replacing the Zener diode with open circuit since it is off. Okay. So since it is off, I have opened the Zener diode. I will find out the other things, right? What is VL? Already we have found VL. VL is nothing but VI into R, R2, mean RL. RL divided by R plus RL. Okay, that is your 8 volt. So what is VR? That is your voltage across the resistance. Okay, so what is the potential difference? This side, on the plus side it is VI, on the minus side it is VL. Okay, so potential difference is VR. So VR is equal to difference between VI minus VL. So 16 minus 8, 8 volt. What is IR? Okay, just by applying Ohm's law, we know V equal to IR, so I equal to V by R. So VR by R. So 8 by 1K, that is your 8 milliampere. Then what about IL? IL is equal to VL by RL. Okay, this is 8 volt divided by 1K. Again, this is also 8 milliampere. We can also conclude that, right? Since it is open circuit, IZ is 0, no current will flow. That means all the current that is flowing through your R will flow through RL. So your IR and RL should be, IL should be equal, right? That's what we get. IR is equal to 8 milliampere. IL is also equal to 8 milliampere. You can cross check. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, we are going to repeat the same problem, one, but we'll be changing the load resistance from 1K to 3 kilo ohms. Okay. Right. So first let us check whether it is operating in the Zener diode is in on state, that is operating in the breakdown region. Okay, I'm going to apply voltage divider rule. What does voltage divider rule says? When the two resistors are in series, to find the voltage across a resistance, I can apply voltage divider rule. So V is nothing but VL. Okay, so V is equal to total voltage, that is your VI, into corresponding resistance. What is the resistance across V? That is your RL, divided by total resistance R plus RL. Okay, so 16 into 3K divided by 1K plus 3K. So 16 into 3 is 48, 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, 10 power 3 gets cancelled out. 48 by 4 it is 12 volt. So voltage across the Zener diode when it is open, when it is removed, I am getting the voltage as how much volt? 12 volt. So definitely the voltage across voltage is greater than the breakdown voltage. What is the breakdown voltage? Look at the question. The breakdown voltage is 10 volt. I am getting a voltage of 12 volt. So the Zener diode is in what state? It is in on state. So what I can do is, since it is on, I can replace the Zener diode with a voltage source. Okay, that is your constant voltage source, 10 volt. I have replaced the Zener diode with 10 volt. Now I will find out the other part of the question, part B of the question, that is what is VL. VL and VZ are parallel. Okay, so what is parallel? Both the elements are in connected, both the terminals of the element are connected to the same point, right? RL is connected to this point, RL, the other end of the RL is connected to this point. So VZ and VL are the same, they are in parallel. So VL is equal to VZ equal to 10 volt. So IL is equal to VL by RL. Okay, so we know VL is 10, RL is 3K. So 10 by 3 is 3.33. So kilo goes to the numerator, it becomes milli. Okay, so 3.33 milliampere. So VR is equal to VI minus VZ. I can put VZ I can put, or else minus VL I can put. Both are same. VI minus VZ. So 16 minus 10, it is 6 volt. Okay, next. What about IR? IR, I know the voltage, I know the resistance, so I can easily find the current. So V by R. So VR by R, the 6 by 1K gives 6 milliampere. Next, last thing. You have to apply Kirchhoff current law for this node, right? For let me say this is a node. So incoming current is IR, outgoing current are IZ and IL. Okay, so I need IZ. IZ is equal to bring IL to the left side. So IR minus IL. I know IR is IR is 6 milliampere. What is IL? 3.3. So 6 minus 3.3, it is 2.67 milliampere. Okay, so this Zener diode, this circuit is operating as a voltage regulator, and I have found out the required parameters. Okay, now important thing, let us check what is the maximum, what is the power maximum of this Zener diode. It is 30 milliwatt. Okay, this additional information. Power maximum is PZ maximum of the Zener diode is 30 milliwatt. Okay, what is the regulated voltage of the Zener breakdown voltage? It is 10 volt. So what is the, we know power maximum is PZ maximum is equal to VZ, voltage across Zener diode, and the current is maximum. Okay, right? Because V is constant. To want the maximum power, this current should be maximum. Okay, so I can find out IZ maximum. What is the maximum current that can flow through the Zener diode, or the Zener diode can withstand the maximum current is IZ maximum, power maximum by VZ. Power maximum is 30 milli divided by 10. So it is 3 milliampere. 3 milliampere is the maximum current that can flow through the Zener diode. Okay, but you observe in our problem, the current of how much is flowing? Only 2.67 is flowing. So my Zener diode is safely operating. Okay, if this current is greater than 3 milliampere, okay, definitely even this Zener diode will get permanently damaged. Okay, I hope you learned something from this lecture. I can refer the book Robert Boylston, Electronic Devices and Circuits by Robert Boylston. Okay, it gives a very clear idea about the applications of Zener diode. Okay, wish you happy learning. Do subscribe the channel. Jai Hind.